Joined by Rudy Herrera, father of four, works for College Planning Experts, also a fellow warrior, worked out with Rudy a lot, strong man. But most of all, he's strong and being a great father. And we want to talk today kind of about, you did a lot of coaching for
Yes.
athletes and for kids, right?
Yes, I did a lot of coaching for about a good 10 years at the. I'm sorry. Did a lot of coaching for about a good 10, 12 years at the highest level of softball. Helped my daughter get into college, and she played for a Division I school in Utah.
So let's talk about that process, because now that you help people get into colleges and help with that college planning, what is college planning now? Because it's so competitive, but there's a lot of ways to get your children into college and get financing for them.
Yes, college planning, if I knew what I knew today, I left a lot of money on the table with my daughter. She actually only got a 50% scholarship. I had to come up with some more money, and I've known the owner of College Planning Experts for a long time.
Brian Safdari,
yes,
good friend of mine.
We actually worked together back in 2000 in the banking business, and he left.
That was at Prospect, wasn't it?
Yeah, now it's called Prospect.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
In 2004, and I went on to being commodities. Anyhow, so that process of being an athlete and putting all your marbles in one basket is not the way to go. We were focusing on 5% of where the money is instead of 95% of where the real money is. And when I met with Brian after my daughter went to college, I saw how much money I lost, tens of thousands of dollars, literally, just where I was really mad. At that point, I decided, you know what, I want to work with you. Since I love helping kids, and I was coaching for such a long time and coaching my sons and just thousands of kids here in the Valley, I decided this is what I want to do, and left the commodity business.
So that is the commodity business in a way, right?
It is, yes, it is.
And you're helping kids, which was a profession that you love to do, which was in softball. You know, a lot of kids, whether junior high, high school, when should you start planning college?
Right away. So there's a couple times. At ninth grade, you should be starting right away. It's a process. It's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So every year there are certain things that need to be done in order for that child to get the best strategically and market that child to get into college. If you wait till 11th grade, 12th grade year, you're going to lose some money. Doesn't mean that we can't help. We could still help. And just really briefly, college planning is about 3 pillars that we follow. One is getting accepted. And once they get...
And that's the one most people focus on first, right? And,
yes.
Yes, and then they don't put any effort towards the other, but getting accepted.
Yes, and getting accepted, they just are looking to get accepted, but they don't understand the reality of, is it an academic fit for your kid? Is the rigor of the curriculum too hard for them? You don't want them to fail, you want them to succeed. Is it a financial fit, and is it a social fit? Do the values match up from your child to the college that they're going to? Is it too liberal? Is it too conservative? You want to make sure that all matches up. The second pillar is getting free money. Everybody wants to get free money, and that's where I left a lot of money on the table, filling out the FAFSA application. There's literally over 160 different strategies, and like I said, when I met with Brian, I was really upset that my ego was too big and really arrogant.
To get help.
Yeah, to go get help, and I knew him for a long time and just didn't do it.
Well, think about it. You have a 24-year-old, you have a 20-year-old, you have an 18 and a 16. The good thing with the 18 and 16-year-old, now you got to figure it out.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So parents, we all collectively get information. And as a parent and as a coach, we get this information and we think we actually know, but we really don't know. We don't have anything to validate the information that we have. Like athletics, of course, if she's a great player or he's a great player, you're assuming that they're going to get an athletic scholarship, but we don't really know what the percentages are. We don't really inquire about that. And it's the same thing as college planning. So I was fortunate with my 24-year-old, with my 20-year-old. My 18-year-old is going to the Air Force, and I actually have my 16-year-old in the program. It just makes it so much easier. I don't have to really worry. The admissions officers and the financial aid officers, they're taking care of everything for me. It's that old adage, you just don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, what you don't know. Last one is the last pillar. You'd mentioned the first one was getting into college, second one was getting into money.
Yes. The last pillar is funding.
Funding.
There's going to be a cost. There may be, there might not be. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was with a client. He's going to USC, just got accepted on Friday. And when he came to us, his expected family contribution, which basically means what the government is telling you you're going to have to pay before any money comes, was $60,000. When I met with them, I looked at some of the paperwork. I said, I know for sure we can get it down to 30. At the end of the day, our team got together, collected all the information, and it got down to $6,000.
Nice.
So he got accepted. He's going to get a lot of free money.
That's over $50,000.
Yes.
Spread between what he was expecting to bring in and what you do bring in.
Yes, and if he didn't get that, and if it was $30,000 or $20,000, then he has a bill of $20,000 to $30,000 every year to pay. So there's strategies behind the funding. Is there a smarter way to pay? And there is smarter way to pay.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent stuff, Rudy. Those, and we ran out of time already, but those that want to sit down with Rudy, college planning experts, to really strategize the 3 pillars of getting your child into school and
Yeah, I'm
and
glad to
funding
give a
it.
1-hour consultation free. Doesn't cost you any money. We have workshops, how to get into Best Fit College, financial aid workshops every month. They can go onto our website at collegeplanningexperts.com, or you can call me directly on my cell at 661-600-8247, and I'll be glad to give them a 1-hour consultation.
Love it, and good luck. My son's going to UCLA this coming year, so we'll kind of see how it goes, but we'll see you out at the gym.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Thanks for helping all the families out there. Hope you enjoyed this edition of the KHTS Santa Clarita Valley Chamber. Easy for me to say after 10 years. Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.